If you support us in gaming, if you support us in gear, get yourself some. Let's go.
What's going on, guys? Pegasus from the Wise Guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you sub, make sure you hit the bell, guys. Today we have a 3-part tech time, so let's get into it, shall we? The first card I want to talk about is Soundproofed, which came out of EXVC, whatever the hell that is. The card specifically is a spell card that says this card can only be activated at the start of main phase 1, and only if you control no face-up synchro monsters. Neither player can special summon a synchro monster until your opponent's next end phase. Now, why is this card good? This card is decent because very similar to the next card that I'm about to talk about, this card can lock your opponent from synchro summoning for an entire turn, even when it's not even their turn. I think that makes sense. Although the next card that I'm going to talk about is a little bit more specific, it definitely matters that this card can go inside of any deck. And shout out to the homie Oscar for catching this one. Any deck that link summons, that does anything, can play this card and lock out a deck like Sword Soul, which is about to drop very soon, completely away from playing. It may be something you want to try, maybe, maybe not. Maybe you just want to play Dimensional Barrier, depends on you. The next card I want to talk about is that card that I was just talking about, and that card is Grisaille Prison. Now, Grisaille Prison is a very interesting card because it is so very similar to Dimensional Barrier. Now, why is this good? For this simple fact, let's get into it. It says, if you control a face-up monster that was tribute, ritual, or fusion summoned until the end of your opponent's next turn, neither player can synchro or exceed summon. Synchro and exceeds monsters cannot attack, and also their effects are negated. Now, why is this card good? This card is very similar to D-Barrier. It literally is D-Barrier, except if you caught the specifics of the card, it actually is a 2-turn D-Barrier. If you're playing Ritual, a deck like Drytron. If you're playing Fusion, Daspia, every other fusion deck that actually exists. And obviously you got tribute summon decks. Isn't there one that's coming out? Anyways, guys, I definitely think the Dimensional Barrier is going to be the overwhelmingly stronger card, and it's probably going to be seen a lot more, as well as many other strategies that may help you survive against a deck like Sword Soul. Not that it's going to be overwhelmingly powerful, but it definitely is going to be something that you're going to have to look into. The down part of this card is it doesn't lock the opponent out of everything, therefore it is more specific of the matchups. Therefore, it might not be quite as good overall. If you're wanting to play a card like Dimensional Barrier, you might want to play Dimensional Barrier next format. The last card I wanted to talk about, guys, is a very interesting card that I've been noticing inside of Phantom Knights. I've seen it in a list or two. I've also seen a friend test it a time or two, and while they didn't like it, I definitely think it's something that you may want to try out. Now, why would you want to try it out? Let's look into that card, shall we? The card specifically is Humming the Key Djinn. It takes 2 level 3 monsters, and the card says when this card is special summoned, you can target 1 Djinn XYZ monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Then you can attach up to 2 cards from your hand to it as XYZ materials. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, then target 1 Djinn XYZ monster you control. This turn, it can attack your opponent directly. Inside of a deck like Phantom Knight that may or may not have had a way to Zeus, this card is the perfect opportunity to Zeus. I don't specifically play the deck, so I don't know if people have already been kind of messing around with Zeus inside of their deck, but it's just something that you may want to try. Inside of any deck that makes rank 3s, and if you ever struggle to make a Zeus, well, this is a really easy way to make it. It's just something to try. It's specific to that, and it can attack directly. Just saying, it's Borbo-ish. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm out. That's been another Tech Time. I'm out. YG, baby. I'm out. Sayonara.
Hey guys, I know we're throwing a lot of different stuff at you, but before you get out of here, make sure that you come to our free roll live from the Owl's Nest. It will also be in our Discord. We will be playing a remote duel style event where the winner gets packs of BODE for free, as well as other Wise Guys merchandise. And the other members of the top 4 get some stuff as well. I'll see you next time.